In today's video, we're going to be covering all the brand new content that was just added inside of Warzone Mobile's Season 4 update that just happened today, as well as talking about some of the new features and additions to the game. Without wasting any more of your guys' time, let's get on straight into the video. First things first, I do want to go ahead and talk about the general updates that they did for Season 4. They added iOS and Android backbone controller support. They added Gulag Skip. They improved the main hub. They improved the loading sequence. They improved the settings for swapping weapons. They improved the tutorial screenshots, as well as adding an expert path improvements, and as well as improving the UI progress bar. They also talked about a lot of bug fixes that they did within Season 4 that they have fixed, as well as just mentioning the known issues that are currently in Warzone Mobile at the moment that they are currently working on. There's a lot of known issues currently within the game, and so it's good to see that Warzone Mobile is taking pride of letting us know what their known issues are and what they're currently working on. The second thing that I noticed within Warzone Mobile Season 4 is within the main lobby, specifically when we're talking about the main lobby and just sort of the homepage of Warzone Mobile. When it comes to the operators, the weapons, and the camos in general, as you can see here on your guys' screen, my character model looks so much more HD. You can actually see the level of detail now on the character model, as well as the gun itself, and just having sort of like textures being applied to the character and weapons, as well as just bringing the clarity to a whole nother level. And I think the vibrance and sort of like the colors as well is just a lot better, and as well as they just sort of added lighting and some particles in the background to really flare up the aesthetic of the actual model of the character, as well as the weapon model in the game. And as for the camos in general, they definitely do look a lot better, especially when we're talking about the completionist camos like Orion, Platinum, and Polyatomic. And as you guys can see here on your guys' screen, you guys can see the ISO hemlock with the Orion camo on the gun. And so as you can see, it just looks a lot better. The quality of the camo looks great. It's just so much more HD. It's a lot clearer. It's texturized. You can actually see the level of detail of the camo itself. And keep in mind this camo is animated within the game, so it just looks a lot better. The only camo that does look really bad is the gold camo. The gold camo, unfortunately, does not look as good as, the platinum or the polyatomic or Orion. So regardless of that, they still have a lot of work of just polishing up the gold camo, I would say, just a little bit more. But other than that, all the other camos as well have gotten an HD buff, and as well just a nice clarity buff within the game. For the third change in Season 4 for Warzone Mobile, it has to do with the Gunsmith, particularly in the game. Keep in mind, guys, there is no tuning yet. Unfortunately, they did not bring tuning inside of Gunsmith, which is what I was really hoping for. At least they would do. But unfortunately, they didn't. So we're going to have to see that sometime down the road, or probably when the game is released. But regardless of that, there is an overhaul when it comes to showing the pros and cons within the Gunsmith for attachments on all weapons. So now there's actually a toggle that you can sort of turn on and turn off when you're equipping attachments, and you want to see the pros and cons of each attachment that you are putting on your gun, which is, I guess, it's more cleaner. It keeps it more simple and makes it less clunky for someone who wants to just go into the Gunsmith for the first time and just look at all the attachments and equip them and just look at guns from a default perspective. Warzone Mobile also added a brand new multiplayer score streak, being the Stealth Bomber, which you can call in a bomber that releases a large line of explosives along its path. Keep in mind, you do actually need 10 kills to actually get the Stealth Bomber within the multiplayer mode inside of Warzone Mobile. And honestly, the score streak is actually pretty cool to use. I've used it a couple of times, and in this gameplay, you can see me using it for just one time in the game. Warzone Mobile also added a brand new tactical, being the Smoke Grenade, which deploys a smoke screen that blocks vision and automated targeting systems. I think this was a really, really cool add. They brought this from Warzone 2. This obviously was a much needed tactical inside of Warzone Mobile, because it's going to create a lot of new outplay opportunities, whether it be offensively and defensively. And when it comes to rotating to new zones and new circles and just getting high ground and things like that, positioning, this is going to be a very, very useful tool for players to be able to utilize that and gain an advantage throughout the game. Warzone Mobile added 2 brand new field upgrades, one being the tactical camera, which is a remote control camera that marks enemies. Throw it, then connect to it. When left on its own, the camera will monitor the area and warn players of the nearby enemies by sound. And also, there is the sticky camera, which which is currently not in the game due to a bug that isn't appearing in the field upgrade list. And lastly, Warzone Mobile added private custom lobbies inside of the game, which is absolutely fantastic to see. So now you can actually create a private lobby right now currently within quads and trios. And within quads, you can have up to 30 squads, each containing 4 players per squad, which is absolutely amazing to see. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments section down below what you guys think about Season 4 for Warzone Mobile. Is it a W update? Is it an L update? And with that being said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.